Hello, living in Boulder vlog for February 28th. I had 4 full days off because I got basically, you could say, I had a relapse in my website. I was I was lifting weights and I was just really sore, and I ran 4 miles and that wrecked me for a few days. And so I went to the gym in the morning for an hour, and then I realized with my mom, and I realized I was totally wasted. So then in the afternoon, I decided for the very first time to work on my website since I started exercising. And I started by writing. I wanted to write on my education page. And so I was writing away and it was fun. Then all of a sudden, I got inspired because I was writing. I was like, well, wait, there's something else that's more important than this. And that's which I've never done. And that's making links on the website. I mean, links from between writers. Like, that's never been done before in the world. And so I wanted to go to the mother of all, referencers. Montesquieu wrote a 1,200-page book where he's linking all over. So I did a word search for Plato, and it showed up 52 times in his book. So I was doing the links for Plato, and I went to the place where the book was, and I got the book, and they had references help me find places. And anyway, and then that made it so that I realized how like incomplete my education page was, like all of my different books. So I had to catch up with books, and that made me realize that like my Egyptian Bible was in its totally basic spot, like where in the exact situation it was when I dumped it on there, and it was like 15 years ago. So I was like, oh my god, I gotta fix this. So that took like a day or two. And then I finally got back to Montesquieu, and I was working on Montesquieu for a little bit, and I'm doing the links, and it's going really well. But then he references a guy called Appian. Appian is a historian who wrote a lot, and it's in English, and it's right there on the internet, in the year 160 in the absolute height of Rome. So I didn't know about Appian. Boom, all of a sudden there's this guy called App. I usually got all of them. There's this guy Rufus, who he was Quintilius Rufus, who Montesquieu was referencing, but I can't do Rufus because it's not in English digitized yet. It's only in Latin scanned, and so I don't have to do Rufus. I'll just have to wait till somebody else. I'm surprised that Rufus isn't digitized. Ancient Rome, and it's still not in 2020. It's still not in English yet. People just don't care. But it was Appian, and so yeah, last night I started with Appian, but then this morning I'm like, well, I can't have a fifth day off. If I have 5 days off, it's like I'm done. I'm totally recovered. It took me a long time to recover my calves from running. It was like 4 days where I could barely walk. Like I was even barely like sore from yesterday. I'm not today, but yeah. And the run was like 2 days before I stopped. Yeah, so that wow. So I mean, taking a couple days off was probably a good idea. For 4 days. Yeah. So anyways, now I have to. I mean, I was kind of done halfway. I was done with the book, the Egyptian Bible, and I was like, "Am I gonna exercise? Hell no! I can switch gears halfway through the day." So that's when I got started with Appian. But yeah, but now starting in the morning, I'm like, okay, what? You want me to do what? I'm a what? Because now I switched all the way back into to website mode. Now I got to get back in exercise mode. It's like totally different. I haven't found a balance yet because I have too many things going on my website. So that I like really need to get done. And yeah, now I have to finish this Appian book before he can even get back to getting a little bit farther on Montesquieu. So I just wanted to finish Montesquieu, that one book, but it's opening up a can of worms. But I mean, I'm glad that there's this guy called Appian. I mean, give me more Roman historians if there are popping up out of nowhere. So yeah, yesterday I was listening to Zohar channel. People people talking about you know, ancient history stuff. This guy Russell Carlson was talking about sacred geometry and magical like ratios in nature. I needed to listen to that again. But today I was doing Polybius, and I found some good spots in Polybius that I really need to remember where they are, and reference them, because it has to do with you know how well on fifties on Polybius 657 he says that the country goes down when the people get too rich, and then they start trying to run for public office to get rich. You know, I want to tie in together all the times people say stuff like that in history, so that when I say it, I can have references. That gives you extra validity, because we're kind of losing our way these days. And then he also said that, you know, like Rome beat Carthage, and he said Rome was the best because, you know, our public servants did it for certain. You know, if we took money, bribes, the penalty for that was death. And in Carthage, taking bribes was smiled upon. So that's why Rome's better. So, yeah, need to tie that into current day for sure. Anyways, I just stretched for like an hour, you know, and I smoked weed, and now I'm like, what the fuck? I swam on my erg machine 10K like a long time ago, but the rules are if I swim on my machine 10 kilometers, that means I'm allowed to swim on in the actual pool. And I haven't even gone swimming once. I haven't ridden my bike once. I think it's too cold now, but I haven't swum once in the pool. And yeah, so I think I'm gonna go swim in the pool. So now I make the decision: do I swim in the pool? Oh, and I need to find my earphones first, though. I haven't found my earphones. I have my MP3 player, so I need to look around and find those. But do I swim in my clubhouse pool? Usually swim in the gym pool. So yeah, I'll have to make that decision. Should I make the decision right here, right now? I think I'll do it in my clubhouse pool. It's more peaceful, but it's not quite as long. And then I'll do it I'll do it in both pools, so I know the difference. And then I'll do it in the gym pool. Okay, peace out. Talk to you tomorrow.